Hey guys, welcome to Basic. Another week, another video. This week, pretty much for us is day one of the quarantine, so have to be working from home. We can no longer film at our studio. I tried to do something a little different this week. I needed a little bit more space, so that's why we're in my living room today. All right, let's get right to it. This video, I'm gonna show you guys how to clean your base. And unfortunately, with the situation that the world is going through in these times, we gotta practice a lot of cleanliness. So I'm gonna show you how to keep your base clean. I'm gonna show you how to clean your pots. If you don't know, in the other video, I explained that the pots are these things right here. And sometimes they get scratchy when you turn them. You get to hear a weird kind of noise coming out of them. So I'm just going to show you guys how to keep it clean. Alright guys, so the first thing you guys want to do when dealing with your pots is make sure that they're not loose. Okay? So they seem to be really good. Usually if they were loose, I don't know if we could get into here, you have a little L wrench slot there. You would put in your L wrench, take it off, it comes off, and then you tighten it. Okay, so for now they seem pretty steady, but right now what I really want to cover is how to actually clean your pots to stop them from sounding dirty, stop them from sounding, you know, raspy when you turn them. So the first thing you want to do, and we're going to use just, you know, a Phillips screwdriver here. And the first thing I always like to do is I like to take the batteries off. This thing comes off. You see we have the batteries in here. So just take them out, put them somewhere safe. Just that you don't want any like sort of electricity running through the base as you're working. And always make sure to keep these safe. You don't want to lose these screws. Okay, so next thing you want to do, on most bases, you're gonna have a panel on the back. But if you're working with the P base or some fender bases, they're gonna be right underneath the pick guard. So just make sure you know where your pots are at on your base. On this particular base, the pots are out here on the back. So I'm going to go ahead and take out the screws. Out. Put them in the safe spot. Take it out. Okay, check this out. So in here, these things right here, as you can see, these are your pots. So if I turn them, you know, you could see it right there that it kind of moves. Okay. So usually you want to use the Oxid. It's one of the best pot cleaners out there. There's oil, there's spray, but I don't have any, and I tried to order some, but Amazon did not think that was a priority, so I did not get shipped one in. But I do have some CRC electrical cleaner. Okay, and this works just as good. So what you want to do, and I am really sorry I lost the little, what's it called? The little nozzle or the little straw that goes in there. So usually what you want to do is, you see these little slots. If you want to get in a little closer, we have these little slots right there. You want to you want to put a little bit of, see right there, those things right there, you want to put a little bit of spray in there. So I'm going to try to do it without it. Okay, just right there. Make sure it goes in, just like that. Okay, and now what you want to do is you want to turn it. See? You want to go ahead and turn it. Make sure that it absorbs all the little juice. Okay? And you want to move it because it's going to create this sort of film that's going to protect it from dust, protect it from corrosion and stuff like that. So it's very important that you do this, you know, to your base at least a couple times in its lifetime, because dust gets in there and they get dirty. So that's how you clean your pots. Now my pots are fairly clean, so that's why I just wanted to demonstrate how to do it on one, but you would do the same with all of them. All right guys, so moving on to your neck. And to me, having a clean neck is very, very important. It gives you a cleaner sound. To those that do not know what the neck, or technically the fretboard is, it's this right here. So you have your frets, you have your neck, and I like to keep mine as clean as I can. I like to take away all the grease from my fingers, all the sweat, the gunk. I haven't done it in a while on purpose so that you guys get to see that it's dirty. I don't know if you want to get in close here. I think you see it's a little dirty right here. And I haven't cleaned it in a while because I wanted to do this video to show you guys. So what I like to use is one of these, what do you call these? Mr. Clean erasers for dishes, I don't know, or just to clean surfaces. It has a really rough area, which I avoid this area because it's gonna scratch your neck. But this part is soft enough so that you could like kind of like scrub away all the dirt. So what I like to do, I like to go in and just try to get all the gunk off. And like I said, mine is not super dirty. I like to keep it relatively clean as much as I can. I'm very picky when it comes to having clean instruments to play. See how the grease just comes right off, and you're not damaging your wood because you're not using something to scratch it. I'm using the soft part of it. You see, you hear that's rough? You can't really hear that. So I'm just trying to get out, you know, some parts you're gonna have to scrub a little harder just to make it look nice. Just like that. Okay, here you go. So you cleaned and made it look nice. There's no more sweat stains, no more buildup of gunk and stuff. So then you have a couple of different options. You have what's called the fret conditioner, or you could have the F1 oil to lather on your fretboard. Now, I like to use this one if I see that my fretboard is getting a little dry, and you don't want to let your fretboard get dry because you don't want it to crack, you don't want it to dry out. For this video, I'm not gonna use this one. This one's just to keep it a little bit more conditioned, just to you know, clean it up a little more. But I see that my fretboard is a little bit dry. You don't want to have it overly oiled either, so we're just gonna use very, very, very little of it. Okay, so you open, there we go, and just get a rag, or in this case an old sock, you know, it's clean by the way, and you're just gonna put a little drop in here, you know, on 1 or 2 frets. That's enough. Okay, and you're gonna kind of rub it in with your fingers as so, just like that. Okay, and like I said, my fretboard looks pretty good, so I don't think I'm gonna need any more than this. This is just to give it some life. Okay, So I want to use as little as possible so that I don't overdo it either, because it doesn't need much. So now it's very important that you let it dry before you put on your strings again. So since I didn't put a lot of it, I'm just gonna let it sit probably, you know, a few hours or so. But usually if I do this, I'll leave it overnight, make sure it sets in really good, and then in the morning I would put on my strings. Okay, so there you have it. That's how you clean your fret. All right guys, so now that we cleaned our pots, we oiled up our fretboard, we took away all the gunk, now it's time to kind of give the base a good old polish, a good old clean. I found that vinegar, and make sure that it's distilled white vinegar, works really good. I do not like the smell, but it's not gonna damage your base or your finish as long as you don't put too much on it. And I really like that it really cleans off and it really does disinfect. So if you don't have a polish and you want to clean it off, use some distilled white vinegar in moderation. So we're gonna get our sock or a rag. Use a rag, don't use a sock like me. But I like the feeling of the socks because they're soft. So just kind of pour a little bit on there, you know. Make sure you can feel that it's damp. And it smells like vinegar, but gets the job done. Okay. And you want to start applying it kind of like so. And wherever you see that you have, you know, mark. Can you smell the vinegar? Here you have a lot of buildup of like. Usually the one thing I did not do today, and I like to do, is with the little paintbrush, you know, I like to take away, you know, some of that dust that collects over time. Just do it like this. Turn around, and you see I haven't reapplied anything because I still feel good. And like I said, you don't want to put too much. You're just cleaning it at this point. Every spot. If you can't afford a polish, if you don't have the money, distilled white vinegar works perfectly fine. And as you can see, it looks beautiful. All right guys, well there you have it. Like I said, this video was meant to show you how to kind of sterilize your base, how to keep it clean, how to give it a nice shine. And I know times are scary out there. I know that we're going through a really difficult time, you know, as a nation, and just as citizens of the world. So do whatever you can to stay safe. Please take every precaution you can. Please wash your hands, you know, those 20 seconds. Please try to stay home as much as you can. Don't go out. And just really form a community with your friends, your families, and let's help each other out in these difficult times. If you see that somebody needs something, reach out to them and let's help out. So see you next week. Be happy and keep it slapped. All right, guys. Get ready for that Rona. Sorry.